Oh, well, that was... I forgot we were doing that. There we go. I don't know what the world that was about. Alright, let me see. What did I have in that position? Yeah, that thing. Here we go. We're not going to be that stupid just yet. Notice I said just yet. Alright, let's see. We've got Italy at 5-7, France at 5-0. So, what do we want to do? I'm kind of leaning towards messing with Sweden, simply because I don't mess with Sweden very often, and I know for a fact that one of my tanks are almost completely researched, and it would be easier to get that going than it would anything else. Yeah, we'll do this one. Let's see, I have all of these that I still need to get upgraded, which is sad. But luckily this thing's almost all the way done, so... Get it looking nice and shiny, there we go. Matter of fact, I'm going to work on all of them like that. I think they look better when they're looking brand new rather than looking like they've been out in the freaking desert for 300 years. Like, I mean, when they look fresh off the factory, they look way better, in my opinion. Nice and shiny. I mean, I could... Hold on. What does it look like when you just take the camouflage condition and just completely murder it? Oh my. It looks old and rusty. I like the old and rusty look, not gonna lie. Adds to the character. Alright, so we have what? 3 different vehicles that we still have to grab? Let's grab these and get going. Oh boy, no wonder I was dying a lot. Carrying max ammo like a doofus. Oh, I'm severely outmatched. Well, I was gonna say at least the Russians are on my team, but they're not, so I'm screwed either way. Man, who destroyed their bench? It's not very nice. Into the Polish land, the Swedish army, I don't know. I bet the stew knows what he's doing better than I do. Hello, Max. Woo. Swedish tanks just kind of hit different. They're so goofy in design compared to everything else. I want that one that's got like, I think it's the 75 or something, with like the auto loader to it. I want that one. That's the one I want. Come on, little Puma, let's go. Never mind, you've already found something. What have you pissed off already? You know, let's just launch some arty over here and see what happens. That puma is not daring. To poke up. Alright, my arty didn't hit anything, so I'm assuming they backed off from over here. I shall go in this direction. Well, hi gentlemen, I'm sorry. Okay. I drifted around that corner to get swarmed by him. I like the red on that though, that does look really cool. I drift around that corner to get swarmed by freaking M24s. Alright, well we all love good shells and all, but sometimes you gotta learn that you can't pack as many as you'd like to. So, the only exception is an AA gun, of course, but that's just AA gun things. The only time that you guys will ever see me pack max ammo anymore is if I'm in a stupid AA gun or if I completely forget that I have max ammo and I go into battle like an idiot. So, yeah. This thing is virtually the Swedish equivalent of the Stew, and I love it. It's a very small and compact tank, but this is another perfect example of Sweden using the tank chassis that they had in the Panzer 38s. The Czechoslovakian tanks now are some of the most I'm not gonna say what most known, but definitely some of the most used tank chassis. That's my cue to duck and cover. Holy crap, what is that? What has that kind of massive shell? Whatever it is, it's murdering everyone that pokes up, so I'm gonna run this way. Whoa! Shell went through him and almost killed me. Oh god, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me from across the map. Yep. No. Go away. No, please. Where? Face front, bro. Jeez. This is not a good idea to bring out after I get murdered by what I just did, but whatever, we'll deal with it. He sees me. I'm screwed. I crit his loader and driver, darn it. I took his loader and driver. Haha. I win. Not really, but I tried at least, which is better than most. We got completely annihilated on this map, not gonna lie. Alright, well. Ah, yes, because magically you can pin through. Yes, okay, I'm done. I'm done with these tryhards. Level 100, of course. Level 88. Level 78. Level 100. Level 100. Wow, finally somebody had a low BR. Level 58. Wow, I'm surprised. Meanwhile, one level 100. I'm so done with this game sometimes. Hello, World War II. I'm gonna go fly my bombers again. I didn't die as easily with those. Well, I say that, and bad things are bound to happen now that I said that. Oh, man. What made you say that, World War II? I like you. You're cool. You're a cool kid. Are you a hardhead? Yes, but you're a cool kid. Well, excuse me. Are you hard-headed? Very much so, but you're a cool kid. You remind me of me at your age. Now I really sound like an old fart. Before long, you're going to hear the words, back in my day. But what's going on, man? Dang. You want to know what your issue is, World War II? You're trying too hard. You're trying way, way too hard. And I'm not saying that as a, as a single guy looking at somebody who's actually got a chance with anybody or anything. I'm just saying, like, from the outside looking in, like I am, you've went through 4 people already. And you've only just got rid of the 4th girl by basically breaking up with her because of the fact she was a slut, and you're already trying to get with another girl. Alright? Look at it from a girl's perspective. If she's a decent girl, alright? You just broke up with one, and you're already trying to get with another one. Alright? If you were a girl, would you jump at a guy like that? I wouldn't. No matter what kind of a breakup it was, or what the situation was, the thought process she's going to go through is, if he did it to her, what makes me think he won't do it to me? I understand that, man. But girls are a lot more complicated than guys are. Guys are simple. We speak our minds, and girls don't tend to like that. Girls are always about details and love fantasies and this, that, and the other. And then they end up being the ones that cheat on you and saying that you're the trash and you're the problem and all of this stuff. But yet, they're the ones sleeping with your best friend. They're the ones cheating on you with your best friend. but yet you're the problem. In today's society, I learned a long time ago, nice guys don't get nice girls. If I can get this freaking... Nope, it destroyed the fuel tank. We're going down. Yep. Damn. Hey Nick, what's up? Yeah, my advice to you, World War II, don't go looking, alright? Because, you know, all it's going to do is make you feel like you are right now. You're going to want to end your life, and I hate to be mean to you, no female is worth that. And obviously you live in an area where there is no such thing as a religious girl, because if there was, none of them would be doing none of them would be doing you that way. And you know, it honestly, it genuinely, it makes me feel bad because I don't live close to you, because I would genuinely hang out with you. I wouldn't, you know, I've been, not as far as the girlfriend road goes, because, you know, I've decided, you know, after the one girl basically mocking me because of the fact I had a crush on her, I made the decision on my own to go my separate way. But I've been in the same position you have as far as feeling lonely and feeling like no one gives a crap. I've been there. I know what it feels like. Being the nice guy in the society that we live in does not benefit you. But then being the asshole in the society we live in does not benefit you either. Yeah, sure, you being an asshole, you can make an ass load of money. But are you really happy after all that money? Oh, well, hi. My engine, no. You know, I'm getting used to just dying after I drop my bombs. It was funny, the plane's perfectly fine. I could have flown that back to the freaking airfield. Never mind. Yeah, don't think like that. That's my advice to you. And I know my advice doesn't mean shit to any of y'all. Half of y'all don't even fucking listen to me anymore. But I will say this. I cannot help when it comes to women. Women is not my specialty. They've never been my specialty. Hell, I can't even barely... You know, I can barely... you know, understand my mom and how she, you know, does her womanly thing. You know, hell, it's difficult as hell trying to figure her out. But there's one thing I do know. No woman, no matter how old she is worth getting bent out of shape about. And I will be the first one to tell you, my dad, he told me numerous times, well, son, one of these days, that would be the heater, World War II, not the AC. But he goes, son, one of these days you're going to find a girl that you really like, and, you know, but, you know, basically his ideal was that eventually I would find the girl of my dreams and I would fall in love with her and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Here I am, 20 years old. I still have yet to find the girl of my dreams because I found out a long time ago, no girl is going to want a decent guy. No girl is going to want a guy that would be willing basically what I'm saying is no girl is gonna no girl's gonna want a decent guy like us. Because they think they have to have women these days, they want the guy that's going to beat the shit out of them or the guy that's going to treat them like shit. And then they want to whine about how men are horrible. and I'll be the first one to tell you, me and my mom have had this talk several times, and my mom knows my position on getting, a woman and all. She knows that I'd prefer not to, and my mom has always told me, you better not bring no girl to my house, especially not no slut. So and I guess you guys can say that, in some weird way my mom's brain warped me into not wanting women. No, this is from my own experiences. Having to deal with my mother has made me realize I don't want a woman, period. I can deal without a woman. I'll be the first one to tell you, World War II. In high school, now, I'm a chubby guy myself too. Alright? Women don't care about personality. Hell, yeah, see, Big Dog gets it. I mean, I would have almost been willing to say that Trump's wife was like that. She was after him for his money. But the fact that through all the hate and all the crap that Trump's been through and everything, the fact that she's still stuck with him shows that Trump got lucky with her. And it does, when you see women like that are loyal and all to their husbands, it does bring a little bit of faith back as a man that there are women out there that do care, that do genuinely want something or want somebody. But I'll be the first one to tell you guys, before Bean decided to act the way she did, I genuinely thought she was that kind of person. You see, World War II, there's your issue. You want my advice? Ignore those jealous sons of bitches, okay? Because let me tell you something, alright? I'll talk smack about Ford for the rest of my life. But I know for a fact I'll talk shit about Ford for all my life because of the fact I'm a Chevy guy. But I also know that a truck doesn't make the person. And not only that, Ford is just as good as Chevy and Dodge is. It has its issues just as much as any other vehicle. Yes, I make the joke about found on road dead and all that, but it's a joke. That's all it's meant to be. My friend who drives a Ford, and he's exclusively Ford, I don't think I know of one vehicle that he owns that isn't a Ford. Like, he's got an old Ford Thunderbird that he built up. Of course, it is constantly having mechanical issues because it's a Ford, but, you know, it never ceases to amaze me how he continues to take care of it. And he's the nicest guy that you'd ever want to meet. Matter of fact, he's actually currently in North Carolina, doing Christian school. And I honestly, I genuinely, I wish that there was a way that I could come and help you, World War II. And if I had like a whole week that I could get away, I would. Also, I forgot. Don't let me forget, guys. Tonight I have to go get my phone card out of my truck and renew my numbers and stuff, or my minutes on my phone. I get it for a whole month. I got the card the other day, but I decided not to renew it until I needed to. So tonight is the night. Tonight will be the night that I will. I'm sorry. Just kind of slipped out there. I'm sorry. That's because people nowadays don't give a shit, World War II. And that's the sad part. Guys like us, the genuine guys, the guys that deserve way more than what we get, we're the guys that get shit on, walked all over, treated like shit. And most of the time, our family members couldn't give a shit about us. I honestly, genuinely wish that I could drive to where you're at, man, because we'd hang out. I would find things for us to do, and we would hang out. But see, Demon Sumner, I don't see a reason to prove anyone wrong. I've never personally been told that I'll never get a girlfriend or anything like that because of the fact I don't go looking for them. Matter of fact, my friends, both of them, well, my friend John, who's in North Carolina right now, he's made the comment several times. He goes, "You watch it. You're gonna be the first. You're gonna be the first one out of the three of us to get married." And I'm like, John, no. It's me who shuts that down. It's not him. Not because of the fact that I don't like the idea of the possibility of maybe getting married one day. It's just not something I'm looking forward to, and it's not something that I foresee myself doing. Because there's never going to be a woman out there not to us it ain't World War II. To us you will always be World War II. And I'll be the first one to tell you, alright, 16, 17, those are probably going to be your worst years of your life. But here's my advice to you. Stop letting them know that you care about what they said. Alright, the more that you let them see that they get to you, as Nick, and this is actually kind of a, it's kind of a quote from Zootopia, and I know I'm being corny, but as Nick quoted in the first Zootopia movie, never let them see that they get to you. That is the best piece of advice that I've ever received. And even though it was from a cartoon, arguably a corny cartoon, those words stuck with me for 9 years. I still use those words. I don't let people see that they get to me. It's not because of the fact that it shows, well, yes, it does make them think, well, to a point, yes, it shows weakness. But it lets them know that they can keep on and on and on and on. And they'll keep doing it. And I'll tell you that now. They will keep doing it. My advice to you, World War II, you want to be happy again? If you truly, truly want to be happy again, wait until you're about 17. Matter of fact, I think you can actually do it at 16. I think you have to sign a waiver thing. At least that's how it works in South Carolina. Look into a GED. And if you can go get one and you can take classes to just take the GED test, that's what I would suggest for you. Because I will be the first one to tell you, when I was going to what was it I was going to? When I was going to high school and I was going through that whole, oh, I'm depressed, I hate my life, period, where I just didn't feel like I could be happy again, kind of like what you're going through right now. And this was, and mind you guys, this was right after my dad died, and my life sucked. I was going through depression. I was going through the fact that my dad was dead, and I felt guilty because of the fact I wasn't there. But I remembered a promise that I made my dad before he got sick to a point to where he slept all day. I remember where we were talking about it, and I know I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again because it feels important to this story. I was talking to my dad, and he said, he goes, all I want is for you to graduate. And I said, I'll tell you what, Dad, I'll graduate if you're there. Well, at this point, I had dropped out of school to help take care of my dad and everything. Like, I physically dropped out of school because of what was going on with my dad. I dropped out. But I went, and not long after my dad died, I think it took me a few months. I want to say about 3, 4, 5 months, and I got my GED. And I dedicated that GED to my dad because of the fact that I promised him that I would do it. Now, I know World War II, this really doesn't have anything to do with what's going on with you. But the point is that I'm trying to make is when I got that GED, when I passed the test for the GED, I didn't even have the certificate that said I had it yet. When I passed it, there was like a weight off of my shoulders. I felt like I could move on with life. And it was more of me telling myself, you know, would my dad want me to constantly be sad, or would my dad want me to live my life and remember him, but just continue to live my life? And, you know, I think about it every day, and you know, every time I get to thinking about it, I remember my dad, and he never really, how do I say this? I never really took him as the kind of guy that would have told me, you know, I want you to mourn me for the rest of your life. My dad felt like the kind of guy that would legitimately have told me, go and live your life and remember me, but don't let me being gone be the thing that stops you. And I know it sounds so pathetically stupid to y'all, but the point that I'm trying to make here is, don't let anything hold you back. Whether it be a girl, whether it be, I don't know what it be. Don't let anything hold you back. Because if you let anything hold you back, you will regret it for the rest of your life. And that I can say honestly. World War II, I feel like I should tell you, I've gotten my truck up to 90 before. She honestly felt like she wasn't even really moving though when I was doing it. That's the bad thing. The Bombay door open? Okay, cool. ZXR, leave it be, bud. She's screaming at you, World War II. The last words of World War II. Shit. Please don't let those be your last words. I hit 105. That's actually not that bad for that truck, not gonna lie. As I've said though, I've only ever gotten my truck up to only ever gotten my truck up to 90, and I haven't went any farther than that with it because the only thing that I think is not stock about my truck, I smell something burning, is probably the oil. You probably just burnt up every bit of oil that truck thought it had trying to go 105. And the reason I say that is because that's what my truck does. When I get it going and all, I stop it and I put it in park. I'll get out of the truck and it will smell like burning oil. So, yeah, it's probably just the truck saying, "Hey, guess what? I blew something up. I blew up some oil." But coincidentally, your fuel pump is on fire? Let me go skydive right fast. I don't know how I'm supposed to help. I would say call the cops, so what are you gonna tell them? Hey, guess what? My dumbass decided to go 105 and my fuel pump caught on fire. That's gonna be a ticket and them looking at you like you're an idiot. I'm gonna limp it into a ditch. All I'm gonna say is good luck. Because at this point, I don't know what else to tell you. As long as it doesn't catch your fuel on fire, I guess you'll be okay. This isn't something to be joking about, but that just feels like something that would happen. Mid-sentence, it explodes. Hopefully with him not in it. There's a thing called dirt. Grab a lot of it and throw it on there. You'll be fine. Throw more of it. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to do? I'm just sitting over here streaming. I don't know what to do. Too late. Uh-oh. Did the truck explode? Why is that the question I decided to ask? The truck shut off. Hey, that's a good thing. If the truck shut off, then that means it has its own safety feature. Oh. Your parents are gonna kick your ass. I'm just gonna say that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, should I try? No, you shouldn't. You know, I'm not even your parent, and I'm disappointed with that question. I'm not even disappointed with the fact you blew it up. I'm disappointed you asked that question of all the questions you could have asked. Well, I can't say it's found on road dead anymore. Damn it. That was gonna be the perfect found on road dead too. Damn it. No, they were gonna find that shit on the road dead as hell. But nah, it's first on racing day. No, see, alright, so World War II. No, you should not try to drive it. I wouldn't even have crunk it up, let alone driving it. World War II's trucks are now known as first on racing day. Every other Ford is found on road dead. ZXR, if you get him killed, I'm gonna kick your ass. If I were you, I would limp that shit back home, put it somewhere your parents are not gonna say it or see it. I'm stuck in a ditch. Well, I guess that's what happens when you ditch it. Oh my God. Yeah, put it somewhere your parents aren't gonna see it. My four-wheel drive is gone. I wonder why. Maybe it's the piston that shot by your face. You're lucky that truck crunk up at all, and you're talking about my four-wheel drive is gone. Nah, no shit. Does your two-wheel drive still work, or did that blow up too? You know, I'm kind of enjoying reading this as he posts what's going on, because I'm just sitting over here like, now I know why I don't put my truck at 105. Your turbo, yes, the turbo is still there, but the question is, what are you gonna find that ain't there when you open that hood later on? Well, there's the head gasket. Well, no, excuse me, that's half the head gasket. I think I see the radiator. No, never mind, that's about a quarter of that left. Oh, look, I got 4 of the 8 pistons that were in the truck. No, I don't know why. No, actually, I drove my mom's Ford today because she wanted me to go get it gas. It's a 2012 Ford Edge. At 55, that thing feels like it's sitting still. But I will tell you this, my mom one day, I'm on the interstate going like 60. This woman just, and this is my 6.0 now. Or not my 6.0. This is my my V8 truck. The only truck I drive, because I don't touch anyone else's stuff. My mom leaves me in the dust. I talked to her later about it. She's like, I was going 80. I'm like, she goes, I was going 80 and it didn't feel like it. I'm like, what? And you talk about my driving? Like, the Ford Edge is zippy. I'll give it that. It's a zippy little car. Mechanical issues out the wazoo, but zippy as hell. Damn. It's a nice little car. I just wish the Bluetooth would work a little bit better in it. Oh, well, there goes that landing gear. This is fine, Hans. This is how we're supposed to land the aircraft. Yes, we landed. My hood flew off. I'm surprised it didn't get blown off. You know, from the massive explosion that happened. Or are we just not supposed to mention that? Also, I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back. He blew up his freaking Ford! You know, I'd answer that question, World War II, if I knew what a H-pop was. But unfortunately, I don't, so... high pressure oil pump. I mean, that sounds important, not gonna lie. Only slightly important, though, if the truck still runs. You know, I'm gonna recommend you a song. Rusty Chevrolet. And imply that with everything that's going on with your Ford right now. What is it? The gauge is broke. The radio, that's okay, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the whole song was, but I found that part funny. No, you should not. You shouldn't even be driving it at all. I gotta find that song now because I want to listen to it. Let me see if I can find it. I found it! Hold on.
Come on. Come on, you can do it. All right. Dashing through the snow in my rusty Chevrolet. Down the road I go, sliding all the way.
Well, there goes that idea.
I need some new snow tires. My car is held together by a piece of chicken wire. Oh, rust and smoke, the heater's broke, the door just flew away. I light a match to see the dash, and then I start to pray. The frame is bent, the muffler went, the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive this rusty Chevrolet. I went to the IGA to get some Christmas cheer. I just passed up my left front tire and it's getting hard to steer. Speeding down the highway, right past the Nagani cops. I had to drag my swampers to get the car to stop. Oh, rust and smoke, the heater's broke, the door just flew away. I light a match to see the dash and then I start to pray. The frame is bent, the muffler went, the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive this rusty Chevrolet. Bouncing through the snowdrifts in a big blue cloud of smoke. People laugh as I drive by, I wonder what's the joke. I got to get to Chamco to pick up the layaway. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming soon in his big old rusty sleigh. Oh, rust and smoke, the heater's broke, the door just flew away. I light a match to see the dash and I start to pray. The frame is bent, the muffler went, the radio it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive.
That is totally right now World War II's truck. The frame is bent, the muffler went. You ask me, World War II, everything exploded. I would hide that thing in a barn and slowly fix it. That's what I would do. Don't tell your parents it exploded because they're gonna kick your ass. First your mom, then your... Well, hold on. First your dad, then your mom, then your sisters. Hey, at least you got, what, 2 or 3 more vehicles? Are you gonna put fireworks in the cab of your truck and see how pretty it looks? I know, intrusive thoughts. If I were you, if you did decide to buy another 6.0 that's exactly like your truck, just get the parts off of that truck and then sell the truck that you buy and keep the one you got. Wait, you're happy you blew your shit up? Well, I used to say that I wasn't good at a lot of things, but one thing I was gonna... This man is the definition of exclusive Ford owner. This is a Lariat. Wait, there's different versions of Fords. All I know is it's all broke. It's freaking Ford. Don't try to get it fixed. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg if you try and get it fixed. Hey. Oh. And that's for more modern Fords. I don't know about the older ones. The older ones were just like Chevys and Dodges at one point. They were easy as hell to fix. No, do not explode the Duramax. Your luck, it would take you about 5 mile an hour. Poof. Hey, does anyone else get the vibe that World War II is the kind of guy that's going to show up to his first date in a Duramax, and then the second date he's going to be in a different truck, and then the third date there's going to be a different one? Every time there's a different vehicle. And just to piss him off, he's going to get it painted a different color so it looks like he owns more than one. All I know is my truck's reliable. Buddy, you'd be lucky to find a truck that's as beat up as mine and still runs. Just gonna say that. Especially in a 2001, because most guys that buy 2001s, especially the GMCs, they're going to fix them up and do some kind of weird squat to them or some kind of crap like that and destroy the truck. Please don't become Whistling Diesel. Whistling Diesel became all about the money and nothing about the entertainment anymore. Whistling Diesel lost his touch, and I don't care what anyone says. That's the truth. Whistling Diesel let the money go to his head, just like several other YouTubers. Mr. Beast! Ice! Let's see. Which other ones? It became all about the money. Bro, it's 10:11. Why are we buying vehicles at 10:11 at night? Oh wait, never mind, you blew up your Ford. Hey, make sure you tell the owner, hey, I gotta buy this truck because I blew the shit out of mine just a minute ago. I decided it was a good idea to see if my stock truck could hit 105 and things exploded. They're gonna back out on that buyer deal real fast. Hey, since you're into I hit a deer. You know what? Since you're into buying things, we have a 2000. I want to say it's a 2008. I think it might be a 2007 Dodge Grand Caravan. Why don't you come and buy it and blow it up too? That'd be great. $800 is all we're asking for it, bro. Not even joking. We've been trying to get rid of that piece of shit for a while now. Most of the parts are brand new. The only thing that, from what I'm understanding, the only thing that still needed to be fixed because the fucking mechanics we took it to didn't know their ass from a blowtorch. The only thing that still needed fixing was the, I think it was the fuel injector or the fuel pump, something like that. But other than that, she still runs. Hell, I've drove the damn thing before. That's right, I win, bitch. The only thing he did was take my damn wing. That's right, you don't get that damn kill. I bought his trailer too. How much fucking money do you have? I'm over here scraping for freaking dollars. And you're freaking buying shit like it's damn a parade or some shit. Damn. Well, nah shit, Sherlock. Duh. $5 says he gets home and his parents are gonna kick his ass. He's gonna come on here. My parents kicked my ass, you were right. If I'm being honest, the only thing that I'd love to buy is I'd love to buy my truck off of my mom so that I could start paying taxes and stuff on it, so that she wouldn't use the excuse of your brother owns as much of the I mentioned to her that I was planning on getting it painted black again today. World War II, what part of Chevy guy do you not understand? The only reason there's a fucking Ford and a Dodge sitting in my fucking driveway is because I don't own them. GMC and Chevy will be the only well, that's not necessarily true. I've been kind of eyeballing a old square body looking Dodge Dakota, and I'd love to get that little truck just so I could do some stupid freaking modifications to it, make it a race truck, take it on the interstate, get it about 120, then jump out and watch it hit a tree and watch it crumble. I'm okay with what I have, honestly. My truck does the job it needs to do, so that's all I'm concerned about. While everyone else is blowing their money on vehicles left and right, getting different vehicles because of the fact they decide to floor it and hit 105 and that doesn't go too well for them. But I'd honestly love to get that little Dodge that I have, I'd love to get the little Dodge that's not far from me, because that thing would be awesome to have. If I were you, World War II, if you, since you blew the shit out of that thing, if I were you, I'd get, like, modified parts. Like, nothing crazy, but yeah, just modified parts and just put it on that old thing. Make it something stupid like a race truck or something. This motherfucker's gonna take my damn base. You thought. The internet is like, I don't think it's the internet, I think it's the server. Because everybody's glitching on my screen. This dude is trying way too desperately to keep me from... Your parents found out. Run for your life. The fact that your dad knows exactly what the flip you did is the most hilarious part. I'm just gonna get these off. I'm gonna piss this guy off and make him think I'm going for this one. He's way too close to that anyway. He didn't need to get that low. The fact that your dad's not beating your ass makes me feel good for you, bro. Because I personally would have kicked your ass, because, like, that's money you blew for no damn reason. Buh. If I had a big enough place, honestly, I'd love to do the kind of stuff that you do World War II. I'd love to go and find like a still running. I'd love to do that kind of stuff just so that I could have something to do. And the bad thing is, like, I probably wouldn't do anything except, at best, I'd probably buy, like, you know, the Dodge that I've been talking about, that I've been wanting. There's a Dodge and there's a GMC van. I'd love to buy both of them. The van, coincidentally, I'd probably turn that into what I've always been joking about turning my truck into, the Wolfmobile, because I could put an actual, like, wolf thing along the side and it would look damn good. And then, of course, the Dodge would be like a project car, something that I could, you know... And, of course, my dad's truck would be just my dad's truck, just with slight modifications. See, a lot of you guys, like, you think when I say slight modifications, I assume you guys mean that you guys think that I'm going to jack the truck up and make it look like some freaking 16-year-old got a hold of it and said, let's put big tires on it, because that makes it look cool. But, like, when I say slight modifications, like, I plan on, like, I was thinking about it the other day. I want to get, like, a sun visor to put over it. Maybe some lights for the, to put over the on the front end. I already know I want, like, those, like, rain guards or whatever to go over my windows. And then I want to get 2 external horns to mount on the freaking hood. But, like, you know, I'm not planning on turning it into any crazy off-roader because it's a two-wheel drive truck. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't want anything that's four-wheel drive because four-wheel drive just tends to be annoying. Because if the transmission goes out, it's a lot more of an issue to try and fix it than it is a freaking two-wheel drive. I'll keep my good old well, there, yep, Wham! I think I'm gonna make this one of my last matches of the night because what? Okay, now it's saying the mission's in progress even though it's not, so I don't know what the world's with that, but okay. Yes, please get the modifications, thank you. Alright, I'm really tired, guys, and I know you guys are gonna win. I'm honestly tired. It's been an hour and 30. I think I'm gonna call it for the night. It is 10:30. I hope everybody has a lovely night. And remember, you mess with the wolf, you get the fangs. Y'all have a good one.